Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ethan bringing you some more Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2022, and I got a new series for you guys today. If you guys have been watching my other Journeyman series, you guys know that I have my coach, and we are kind of going through the career of my coach. But I wanted to start a new series alongside that called New School to Blue Blood, which the series is going to be about a new coach and a new school. The new Division One school, St. Thomas. It's a brand new Division One school, and we're going to take it from the lowest of the lows, right from D1 entry, and we're going to build it up and see how long it takes to win a national championship, and see how long it takes to become a five-star school all the way from nothing. I was thinking about this idea. I thought it'd be really, really cool to start with a brand new school. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get into it. I just wanted to show you guys my coach really quick. His name's Tommy Thompson, and typical stuff. We aren't going to be changing jobs. We're only going to be with St. Thomas with this save, and we are going to grind and build up this school. I'm going to show you guys what it takes. To take a school from a one-star prestige all the way to a five-star prestige, and we will see what it takes to. Sorry, let me do these sliders really quick. I'll adjust these always, but we're gonna show you guys how much of a grind it is to be able to grind out a one-star school and build it base by base, year by year, to become a blue blood. It takes a very, very long time. This is going to be a very long series. The skills that I'm going to go with here, I'm going to go with elite and then max development. If you're gonna, I've done this before. I've done this in the other games. I've never recorded it, but you don't. If you just start off at zero skills, you might as well add just another 20 years or 20 sims to 30 sims of the game just to be able to get your coach up. So since I don't really want to do that, I'm just gonna start off as an elite coach and then go to all 100s, because you're already starting off at a small school. You have so many disadvantages. You don't want to disadvantage yourself as a coach. You kind of want to role play as you're the greatest coach of all time. You know your potential, but you just want to build up this school. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get to the job selection. Here it is. St. Thomas, brand new Division One school from St. Paul, Minnesota. They were D3, I believe. They were D3. They won some national championships, and then they got the invite up. So here they are. The arena is only 2,000. They are the St. Thomas Tommies from St. Paul, Minnesota. We're gonna make 100,000 per year. Our first goal is to not finish last, and we start with zero prestige. Not even one. Not even a one. A zero. I didn't even know it was possible to get to zero. But guys, I think this is going to be an amazing series. Let me know down below if you're looking forward to this series. This is going to be a long series. I'm talking 20, 30, 40 episodes, because frankly, that's how long it's going to take to be able to build this school from the very bottom of zero all the way up to a five-star, which is 90. 90. We got a long way to go. Considering making a Final Four, you probably get +8, +9 in prestige. So we got a long series. I think it'll be really, really fun. And I just want to have on YouTube to show you guys that it's possible to do this with St. Thomas. It's very possible with any school at one star or a half star, not even one star, to build them up over and over the years. They can become a Duke, a Kentucky, a Kansas, a blue blood school. But it takes time, and it's a grind, and most people aren't willing to put out the grind. I'm willing to put out the grind for you guys on YouTube throughout the year. So without further ado, no more talking, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to finalize, and I will be back with you guys when we're at the roster. All right, guys, welcome back. We're at the team info. As you can see, 0-0 all-time record in D1. We're going to build this school up in the entire history from the ground up. It's going to be a beautiful sight to see all of these appearances and Final Fours and Sweet 16s fill up, and hopefully national championships. Now, like I said, this is going to be a long series. We have D facilities, a terrible budget, terrible team prestige, terrible conference prestige. We have an uphill battle for sure. Man, I do like the colors though. The purple and white's kind of pretty sick. But It's going to be a long series, guys. Over the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years of grinding with this team, we'll be able to win national championships and compete at the highest level. Now, I do want to show you guys some options really quick. I do have conference movement allowed, so if we get up to high enough prestige, perhaps we could get an invite to a bigger conference. Of course, modern transfer portal. No illegal recruiting. I don't like illegal recruiting, and that's pretty much it for the settings. So yeah, let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead. Let's get started in this season. I'm really excited. Now, however, the first season, and honest with you guys, the first 10 seasons of this sim, it's not going to matter too much. I mean, it matters, but we're going to go through seasons really quick. One individual season out of 50 or 60 that you have to do doesn't really matter that much, especially the first season. Our first season here, I inherited all the players here, right? So I have no choice but to just use these guys. And so the first few seasons we're gonna fly through really fast. I don't know how many seasons I'll include in an episode, but it's all about volume for this kind of series. All the individual results, they don't really matter. Even the individual players through the first 10 years, it'll be cool to look back and see them, and I always will pay attention. That's why I'm recording. But it just doesn't really matter in the long run, man. Like, you got to put in volumes and volumes of history of doing really well and dominating your conference to be able to build that prestige. So, all right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to go ahead and look at the emails and catch us up on anything important. I don't want these videos to go too long or just be too redundant of me talking. We're at a brand new school. We got a lot of work to do. So I'll see you guys when I see y'all. All right, guys, welcome back. I wanted to show you guys just the roster that we inherited really quick. It looks like we got Larry Peterson here. It's going to be a decent, and we have decent starting point guard. We got decent depth in 2 stars. Dan Caskill is looking like our best player from shooting guard. We got decent depth. 2 decent small forwards, couple terrible freshmen, and a walk-on. Power forward, we're okay, and I guess center, we're okay. So a typical team that you would inherit. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out of this world, but just wanted to show you guys this roster really quick. Not too worried about it for this first season. We're just going to roll with what we roll. I'm going to go ahead and buy our report. I'll show you guys what we buy. We're in the Midwest region. We just need the basic Midwest report. We got 50,000. That'll probably be adjusted for some coaches next season, but we go ahead and buy this premium report, or not this premium report, this regular report, and I'll show you guys my summer travel plans. What do they suggest? They suggest, yep, just the regional camp. That's fine. And I'm going to take it into my own hands to try to attend Georgia just because I have a lot of money and I might be able to find somebody who does well at that camp. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule those, and I will see you guys at recruiting. Now, if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you guys know at smaller schools that I don't really like to recruit high school kids since we can't really draw a lot of interest from those high school kids. And it just takes a long time to develop those kids, and it's just not worthwhile. So really, we're going to be a transfer portal school. Really, we're going to be a transfer factory. So I'm not going to do much recruiting, guys. I'll show you kind of who I put on my call list and everything, and if I go after someone, I'll let you know. But if you guys know me, at small schools like this, while we're still building up, I built through the transfer portal. I find it much better to recruit players who have already played college and have proven themselves, and I can just cherry pick the ones that I want, other than hoping and praying that this high school kid works out and I develop him and he stays all 4 years and doesn't transfer himself. So, all right, guys, I would say that's a pretty solid intro to it. It's about 9 minutes or so just for the introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get my board set up with recruiting, and I'll bring you guys for the highlight in 1 minute. Alrighty, guys, here's my call and watch list. So basically, I went and added anybody who had a little bit of interest, which was like 1 and 2 star players, right? But then I went and added some kids from Minnesota, which is where our school's from, as well as some other kids from the top, from the region, who I think I might be able to pull anyone like 3 stars and below. So, guys, I'm not sure if we're going to sign any of these guys or if we're going to even really pay much attention to it, but I'm going to recruit these guys, and I will show you guys the highlights if we're going to offer someone a scholarship or if we're going to go after anyone. I'll let you guys know, but other than that, you guys know how I do the recruiting process if you've seen my other videos. We won't spend too much time here because really, I'm most likely going to save majority of my scholarships for transfer players. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys at the highlight. All right, guys, welcome back. I wanted to bring you back in for the highlight. It's July 30th right now in game, and I haven't found anyone really worthwhile to really even offer a scholarship yet. Usually after a couple camps, I would have already known if somebody was worth an offer, but I haven't found anybody worthwhile in this pool of recruits that are interested in me or that we can go after right now. So honest with you guys, I'm not really gonna entertain these guys. I'm gonna host them. I'm gonna give them one last chance, but I think we're really just gonna move past these guys and just move into the transfer portal. I just think we can find better quality players there that would already be trained in my offensive proficiencies, and I don't have to train them. And then also I might get these guys from high school and they might not like me and they could transfer. So I'm going to save these 4 scholarships right here for transfers, and we will go from there. So I will see you guys at the end of recruiting, and I'll see you guys when we have our schedule. But we're not messing with this high school recruiting. We're gonna go for some transfers. All right, boys, here we are. We're back at the schedule, and it looks like we're gonna get pretty much murdered in our first season. We have a couple decent games. Every game's gonna be hard for us though as a new D1 school. And then our athletic director was like, look, we gotta pay the bills. We gotta send your ass on the road. And we just got an absolute brutal 6-game road stretch here against some really good teams. And they're like, hey, in order for us to have gone D1, we had to take these money games. And I'm like, you know what, I understand. So that was a look at our non-conference guys. We do play in the Summit League. This is going to be our first year in D1, right? There's not a lot of expectations other than let's try not to finish last, right? Let's try and get a couple dubs and see what we can do. But other than that, guys, that was the schedule. Let's go ahead, and we won't make this video too long. I'm not sure how long these videos are going to end up being. I want to try to keep them on the shorter end. So if we're going to do that, we're going to skip over a lot of this monotonous stuff. So we are done with recruiting. We aren't getting any of these typical 1-star, 2-star high school recruits. We're going to go for transfers. So guys, I'm going to get through recruiting, and I will see you guys at the start of the season. We're going to get through practice. We're going to get to the start of the season, and we will show you the depth chart that we're going to roll out for this first season, and we will go from there. All right, guys, I'll see you then. All right, boys, we are back, and we are at the start of the season right here. We are at the start of the season, guys. Here we are. First game as a Division I coach. Tommy Thompson is going to lead the St. Thomas Tommies into the first season as D1. 0-0, no win percentage or nothing. But guys, honestly, this first season is very, very minute in the big picture of this whole thing. So we're not going to look at it too intently. And also, these aren't really our players. So one thing I was noticing is we might have a decent academic pitch. Even though we're B-, that's better than our facilities, right? So I'm just trying to figure out what we can pitch to people to try and even generate some interest. So anyways, let's take a look at the schedule, guys, before we get into the games here. Honestly, I have no goal for this team. I'm not sure how we're gonna do. Our first conference game's on January, so I'm probably I want to keep these episodes a lot shorter for you guys, so they're more digestible and easy for you guys to watch. So I'm not going to be showing you as many highlights, especially on this first few seasons with this. We're just going to try to bang through them and try to put in the volume of seasons, because that's what it's going to take to do what we want to do with this series. So just looking at this, though, I'll be very honest. If we can stay competitive in this in the 4 home games that we have and maybe go 3-1 or 4-0, that would be great. And then out of these 7 road games, I think that is 7 road games, hey, if we can pull one upset, just one, I don't care where it is. The best might be against Mount St. Mary or Central Arkansas, probably. Maybe Texas Arlington. They're probably a better team than us still. But if we could pull one upset, I would be absolutely thrilled and ecstatic. So, all right, with the schedule having that look, let's go ahead and take a look at the depth chart. Let me go ahead and let the AI suggest everything and see if I'm not sure if I disagree with anything. They have this guy coming off the bench who's a three-star. Is there any way to? Oh yeah, he's terrible, scoring 10. My goodness. Oh man, yeah, this team's awful. 16. Holy moly, this team has no like pure score. Even Dan Caskill, he's more of just a kind of catch and shoot kind of dude. Whoo! All right, Michael Palmer at the small forward. It's gonna be a rough season, guys. It's gonna be a rough first season. We have a senior, junior, senior, junior, junior. So we're losing. We're gonna get 4 scholarships. It's gonna be 4 of our own players. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even gonna mess with it because it's not even my players. Nothing really excites me here. I like what the AI did. Man, none of these guys are really elite scorers. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get through the end of December all the way to the start of conference play, and we'll check in there. Before we do that, let's just take a peek at the camp preview, or not the camp preview, the season preview for the Summit League, and just kind of see where we stand. We're probably right at the bottom. Oh no, we're right at the bottom. Actually, we're gonna finish like middle of the conference. Even they think we're like a top half conference. I don't know if that has to do with my coach being pretty good and I can just like kind of coach these guys along, or if they actually think we're a good team. I'm probably going to say it has more to do with my coach being really elite than the players being really good. I think my coach is compensating really hard here. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys at the end of the non-conference schedule, and we will see how we ended up. All right, guys, welcome back to the season. So we just got through non-conference play. I want to show you guys the result. Started off pretty good. Nice win at home. Took down Long Island, and then we got humbled. First season in Division I. Remember that. We lost on the road, and then we took care of business at home against some lower level schools. Even though they are our level, they are lower level. And then we got one on the road, like I said I wanted to, and then everything just went downhill. We took losses to Davidson, UTA, Army, Iowa State, and then Morehead State. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Some of these games, 5-point game, 3-point, oops. I don't mean to actually click on the score, damn it. But, yeah, 5 losses in a row, not too good. Team is okay. We can win games at home, but we can lose to anybody on the road. Dan Caskill's putting up the best, 14 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, a block, and a steal per game. Let's see his efficiency. How well is he shooting? Shooting on 51%, not bad. 82% from on field free throws. Shooting pretty well from 3, but it's just the start of the season. So actually, Dan Caskill's playing pretty well, along with Larry Peterson here. They're doing pretty good for the level, and we want them to keep it up. So other than that, nobody else really doing anything. Michael Palmer, 9 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. So that's pretty huge, and a steal. But everyone is pretty much just kind of doing their job, and we can hang with who we can hang with, and we can beat lower level teams at home. So let's just take a look really quick at the standings here in the conference. We are middle of the pack. Nobody really stands out. Some bad teams, we don't know who they've played, and some pretty decent teams. Oral Roberts doing pretty good. South Dakota State kind of struggling, but you don't know what kind of teams they play. South Dakota State's usually the best team within this league. All right, guys, I'm curious to see what we can do in conference play here. It'll be very, very interesting to see what we can do. Like I said, this is the first season, so we're not going to pay too much attention to it. I'm going to go ahead and sim through the whole conference schedule, and we will wrap up the season. It's going to be a short episode, but I kind of want the first episode to be short, just kind of introduce this series to you guys and kind of gauge the interest on it. I'm going to keep going on with it anyways because I personally love this kind of series where you build up one school from the bottom to nothing, because it really shows if you can be committed to a grind and how much effort you're willing to put to go from the bottom to the top. So, all right, guys, let me go ahead and let's get through this conference schedule, see how we end up. Hopefully we end up middle of the pack. I would be okay with a 500 record in conference, maybe slightly above, slightly below. Nothing too crazy, though. 2-game differential, 2 to 3-game differential. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys at the end of the season recap. Alrighty, guys, we're back. I know I said I was just going to sim through, but I just think it's better if I do chop it up for you guys kind of in the months. So, we went not bad, 5-4, 1 game above 500, exactly how I thought. Win at home, loss on the road. Win at home, loss on the road, loss at home. This one sucks, losing to Oral Roberts, but they are probably the top team in our division. And then we lose on the road, and then we get the dub at home, and then we actually get a win on the road against South Dakota. So we actually got a couple road victories there. So not too bad, not too bad. If we just take a look at the standings here in the Summit, we're right where we're predicted to be. Fourth place. We're 5-5 or 5-4, 10-10 overall. Way better home record than away, obviously. I think we should finish right around here. If we play, I'm going to check and see how many more games do we have. Probably another 9, right? 10 games. Okay, so we play 19 games? Yeah, apparently, okay. No, we play 18. So we play 18 conference games. So we got 9 more games to go. And then, yeah, if we can go 5-4 again, go 10-8 overall, I think that's a successful first Division I series. I think that's a very first successful Division I year. You know, first time in the Division I. You're lucky you land an elite coach, and we'll see. So let's try and go 500 again, guys. I think the schedule kind of points to that we can do that. I want to get home, try to get road wins. Let's see where we can steal some road wins. Probably Denver's going to be the best chance. Not going to happen against Oral Roberts. Maybe Omaha, and then definitely Kansas City Kangaroos. We want to get this away game. Other than that, I can understand losing the other ones, and then we want to try and get every home game as possible because that's our strength. So let's go ahead and see how we end up. We're 5-4 right now. Can we end like 10-8, 11-7? Maybe. I guess I can do 9-9. I would rather be 10-8. That sounds better. But alrighty, guys, I will see you at the end of the regular season and before we get into conference tournament play. Alright, guys, we are back and we are at the end of the schedule. And man, I have some good news. We finished February in the last part of our season hot. I mean, we were, what were we, 5-4, and we ended up 12-6. So we only lost 2 games on the last half of this schedule. We beat Denver on the road. Great start. And then we got a tough game against South Dakota State. We beat them at home. Got another road win at North Dakota. Man, I'm telling you, these road wins, even against like medium 500 teams, they're really hard to win. So that was good. Followed up by beating the Bison at home. Lost to Oral Roberts on the road. They're the #1 team in our conference. It's understandable. Lost to Omaha by 4, which is really close. And then we beat Kansas City on the road. So, guys, we had a really good year. We actually, my friends, we are the Summit regular season champions. We are the Summit regular season champions in our first year in D1. Absolutely insane. It probably has a lot to do with my coach being very high level and being able to coach these guys up, but that's kind of what you need to give you in a series like this to be able to get you up. So 17-12, I really like where we are. We might have a chance to go deep in our conference tournament. That's the only way we're going to make the NCAAs. Otherwise, we're probably headed for a third-tier team, like a CIT or a CBI, something like that. So Well, hey, St. Thomas Tommies, very first year in D1, regular season champions. We'll take that trophy, even though there's no trophy for that. We'll take that trophy. But guys, let's go ahead and get into what is really important, and that's conference play. Let me go ahead and just show you the stats on who's balling out. Double digits by our both our guards, Dan and Larry. They're both putting up massive work, followed by the small forward, power forward, and center in that order. Power forward's getting about 4 rebounds, center's getting about same, and same thing with our small forward. So our forwards and our big guy are just rebound machines, and then the other guys just put up the points. So, well, regular season champions, guys. That's pretty good for us. If you want to take a look at the national ranks, you can. This doesn't really do anything for us because we're not going to be anywhere near this. But I mean, Duke 31-0. Good Lord. God bless. That's crazy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and where are we at? Let's go ahead and I'll keep you guys here. No need to pause. I'll go ahead and actually I will pause really quickly and let's go ahead and see how we fare in this tournament. Alrighty, guys, we're back. Here's a look at the Summit League conference tournament. We are the 1 seed. We get Western Illinois, so it looks like the top 8 of the 10 make it into the tournament here. Very likely only one school from our league is going to make it, and you have to win the tournament, your conference tournament, to make it. So we got Western Illinois 13-6. Let's see if we can take care of business on a neutral court. Let's see. Yes. We beat them by 10. Michael Palmer went off, so did Dan Caskill. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see from my players. Let's go ahead and let's make a deep run. Somebody got hurt. Not worried about it. Hopefully they're just bruised up a little bit. I'll let the CPU deal with it. Got Oral Roberts. Tough. All the top seeds now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We haven't beat Oral Roberts. We lost to them at home and on the road. So is anything going to be different on a neutral court? Probably not, right? They got our number. Or maybe we can turn it around. Nah, they got our number. They beat us by 11. I think just Oral Robert is our kryptonite, man. Like, we can beat any other team in our league, and we just run into Oral Roberts, unfortunately, and they upset us. And I have them to be the winners of our league, of our conference. We won the regular season, but we're not going to win the conference tournament. Unfortunate, but we still got a long ways to go with this group of guys. Got a long way to go, and you know, for first year, 18-13, we're probably going to make a different postseason. Oral Roberts is your champion, and they will be going to the NCAAs. Well deserved. They've been probably one of the best teams. I mean, they're in the top 4, and it's a really close race, right? And like I said, we haven't stacked up well against Oral Roberts. Even going 12-6, we just didn't stack up well. So, guys, I will go ahead and see you guys at the postseason. I'm not going to watch the selection show just because it's not really. We're just watching it just for the sake of watching it, right? We're not going to be in it. We're going to be in one of the lower league tournaments, and hopefully we can have a little bit of redemption, win a game or two. We have a chance to get to 20 in our very first year. It's still in sight. It's only 2 games away, so maybe we'll shoot for that. All right, guys, I'll see you after the selection show. All right, guys, we are back after the selection show. We did make a postseason tournament. Let's see which one. The CIT. Hey, so it's the one above the. No. It's literally the bottom tournament. I'm stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I thought the CBI was lower, but actually CBI is one step higher. It doesn't matter. They're both kind of worthless tournaments for the people who didn't make it in. But it's a worthless tournament that we're going to do our best to win and try and get a couple wins here. So we get UC Irvine in the first round. Not sure. They're 18-13. Similar records. Same situation. They had a pretty good year. Let's see what we can do. You know, I have no expectations for what we can do in this tournament, but let's try and get a dub, right? We lost by 13 on a neutral court. We got smashed. Wow. So don't win the conference tournament. We lose in the CIT first round. And, yeah, we're out. We're done. So we finished our very first Division I year, 18-14, going 12-6 in conference. We were the regular season champions. I think that's pretty good, you know. I think we did pretty good for our very first year as D1. We are an elite coach, and we have to get better players, and we have to build up our prestige over time. But for our first year in D2, 18-14, that's pretty good. Like, we almost got 20 wins in our first year. Hey, cannot complain. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get to the end of the postseason. We'll look at the March Madness tournament at the Final Four. We'll wrap everything up, and I think we'll get to the season review, and we'll call it an episode. Keep it nice, little over 30 minutes today, and just kind of see how you guys like this series, and let's see how you guys like this kind of change in timing, right? It's a little bit, about half the length of my usual videos. I'm not sure if I could get the journeymans down that low, but I could maybe keep this down to about 30 minutes. So if I don't ramble on like this forever. So anyways, guys, I will see you at the Final Four. All right, guys, here we are at the Final Four. I'm going to quickly kind of go over everything. You can kind of see all the upsets and everything yourself. Missouri State, 4 seed gets in. Tennessee gets in overall SEC. Wow. Louisiana Tech, congrats, but it ends up being the 1 and the 2. At San Diego State, this is pretty chalk, besides Clemson, and this is pretty chalk as well. So you got the 1 and the 1, and tennis, and the 4 and the 2. I think Duke's gonna win it because I think Duke's undefeated still. They just have some they just got some god AI team. Yeah, they just smashed Arizona, the number 2 team. That was probably the national championship game, if we're being honest, right? And Duke is on the verge of going 40-0 on the very first sem of this season. So, hey, if you guys don't mind, if you want to leave a like or a comment below on whether you think you're going to like the series, you enjoy the series, and you're looking forward to seeing more St. Thomas. Duke is your national championship, though San Diego State gave them everything that they could handle, but it was just not enough. So, Duke is the first national champion in this year's save, and the Summit champion for it goes to Oral Roberts. We were the regular season champ, but hey, 18-14 first year in D1, not too bad. Let's go ahead and see if we get Coach of the Year. I'm not going to look at the national awards. Let's just go ahead and come down to the Summit League. No, Paul Mills from Oral Roberts gets the nod for Coach of the Year. Okay. Congrats to him. I do feel I deserve it for bringing a new team in and doing well. But, hey, at least Dan Caskill gets a second team all-conference. So we get our first all-conference player, second team, Dan Caskill. He's not my guy, so I'm not as excited about it. But happy somebody from St. Thomas made it. So let's go ahead and let's see what comes after this, the season review. Let's go ahead and see what they thought. Our only goal was to not finish last, so I'm pretty sure we accomplished that since we won the regular season. We are good to go. So I will see you guys at the season review. All right, guys, so we finished up our first year. Our goal was to not finish last, and we didn't. And now they say, hey, we won the regular season. Now we want to win the whole conference in our second year. So shout out to St. Thomas for the goals of winning the conference tournament and winning 15 games. Did our prestige go up? It did. It was at an 8 before, I believe, and now it's at a 13. So we went up by 5, which is pretty good. Plus 5 over the next 10, 15, 20 years. We'll be at 50 in no time, you know. We're not going to get plus 5 every time. We're going to get plus 1 or plus 2. But if we can average that, we should be on the right path. But guys, I think I'm going to call this an episode. This is the first episode of this series. Let me know if you like it, and I'll keep bringing this to you, and I'll keep bringing the journeyman. I just kind of like to mix up the series so I don't get super stale on one, like super stale on the journeyman or super stale on this. I can keep hopping back and forth. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.